Hey guys, Mitch with Prism Supply here. Today, I'm going to walk you through on the full installation of our foot clutch kit. It's for 91 to 03, basically all the hard mount Evo Sportsters. You're going to go through all the steps you need, everything to get your bike up and running with a foot clutch. So this is how it's going to come in the box with all the hardware, covers, pedals, everything you need to install it. These are the tools needed for the installation of the kit. It's going to be a flathead screwdriver, a 3/16 Allen key, quarter Allen key, and the clutch shaft installation tool, which we're providing with the kit. Depending on your bike, you may need other tools to remove parts, but this is the tools you need to install the parts. First step in the process is to get the bike all leveled out on a nice level surface so you don't spill any of your primary oil out. We've already got it jacked up on a lip, so you can do this on the ground. As long as it's level, you're not going to spill anything. Next step in the process is to remove the foot peg so you have room to work behind the derby cover. Now we're going to remove the derby cover. With the derby cover off, inspect your gasket. If it's beat up, chunked away or anything, it's time to replace. If not, you can reuse it again. If you don't have one, we have them available for sale at prismsupply.com. Next step, you take the spring and the locking hex off the ramp. Now I'm going to remove the ramp and the clutch end, and there's a nut holding the ramp on, and you're going to want to keep that, so you're going to need that later. In order to loosen this nut, you have to turn the screwdriver clockwise. And now you're going to want to save that. So now I'm going to take the ramp out. When you remove the ramp, make sure you don't lose this piece. And then you have to take your primary cover off, and it's not fun. And now I'm going to remove the clutch cable from the primary cover. Next step is to plug the clutch cable hole with the bolts and O-ring provided. Once it's threaded in, torque it down. The next step is to install the Prism modified ramp with the tab aligned in the case and the hex facing out. Now we're going to reinstall the nut from earlier onto the threaded adjustment shaft and adjust your clutch as per factory manuals. This time you're moving counterclockwise with your flathead screwdriver. To adjust the clutch, you're going to turn it counterclockwise till you just feel it seat snug, and then quarter turn clockwise direct. Snug, quarter turn. Snug, quarter turn. From this point on, we're going to be using provided Prism parts, no more stock parts involved. You're going to take the provided derby cover and assemble it off the bike with a pre-assembly and the installation tool provided. This is the Prism Supply derby cover provided in the kit. It's going to come pre-assembled with a bushing and O-ring as well. So when you install the connector shaft, to make sure you don't damage that O-ring. To start the pre-assembly, you're going to take the clutch connector shaft, stack it with the wave spring, brass top hat bushing, and one 10th spacer. After that, you're going to install that into the cover. Make sure to get it over the O-ring without hurting it. Then the provided clutch installation tool, washer, and bolt. Now it's time to install the clutch cover assembly onto your bike. You're going to want to make sure the flats on the clutch connector shaft align with the flats on the clutch adjustment screw. And then you're going to want to rotate the installation tool so that the hex falls into the hex of the ramp. Make sure your O-ring is on, and then install the cover, aligning all parts with the installation tool. At this point, you'll notice the installation tool is hex shaped. That's to make sure that the alignment is correct. The top flat of the tool should be aligned parallel with the ground. It won't always be in this orientation, but whatever top flat should be parallel with the ground. Once snug, torque your bolts down in a star pattern. Now I'm going to remove the installation tool and the bolt holding it in and install the pedal. Now I'm going to remove the shifter so that the shifter doesn't interfere with the pedal installation. Install your pedal onto the shaft and secure it with the washer and bolt. Don't forget to use Loctite. Now that everything is installed, you're going to want to check to make sure that the stops are in the correct position. The pedal should move roughly 15 degrees or 2 to 3 inches measured from the end of the pedal. If you check your adjustment and it's more than 3 inches, what you want to do is add another shim to the assembly. If you check your adjustment and it's less than 2 to 3 inches, you're going to want to take a shim away from your assembly. The last step is to reinstall your foot peg. We're using one of our foot pegs, but it works with stock as well.